Hello guys, it's a weekly review on the FX triads for the just concluded trading week. I welcome you specially to Heartfelt Forex Academy. Don't forget, in our analysis for the last week we talked about the projection, that is the bias for the Heartfelt for this concluded trading week. All right, so on the DSY, the bias I told us was bearish. We were to sell to buy, all right? We were to sell to buy, given the narrative for the weekly time frame on that of the yearly time frame, all right? So for the DXY, don't forget we anticipated that the price should take the low, all right, before we can think of buying. And you can see here, price exceeded far than we even projected. All right, so here price also pushed down into what? Into this FVG, reacting off the block here. All right, so that is for DXY. So quickly on Euro USD, you can see here we talked about this block and price pushed above it, and we talked about the rejection block. Price also exceeded it because we said we had to buy in, right, for Euro USD and GBP while we had to sell VSY. So we use DXY as a benchmark to analyzing the others. All right, so you also see here, and this is the area I marked on GBPUSD, and we said this high, the moment price takes above this high, what happens? We have to look for. So we said we are going to look for the buy-in setup within Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right, as the case may be. And you can see here price pushed above the the level we marked, and we also talked about these areas. There's an imbalance around this region here, but price also exceeded it to take what? To take the liquidity here, the external liquidity. All right, so it was really massive for the week. All right, so now let's hop into the H1 time frame, and let me show you how we're able to navigate our way to get our 50 pips if at all we're able to get it. So let's go to the H1 time frame. So on Tuesday we had a setup on GBPUSD. Since we're able to meet our criteria, that is an SMT. It's an SMT between EU and GU, and we didn't take EU because it was a failure swing. And here we have GU.